Celebrities come and go, but these celebrities were cancelled for some pretty good reasons. Welcome to Beyond the Screen, I'm Made, and these are 10 celebrities who disappeared from Hollywood after being cancelled. Number 10, Colleen Ballinger. Let's get a YouTuber out of the way and then we'll get on to the good stuff. So, former YouTuber Colleen Ballinger was accused by several of her young fans as being a creepy creepo who just wanted to be their friend. Colleen is best known for her character Miranda Sings on YouTube, who became so popular that she got her own Netflix series. If you want to watch it, you'll need a VPN and you'll probably have to be in a very different country. She was basically messaging her fans to deliver so-called advice when she was really trying to just manipulate them into being minions and not the little yellow guys that we, are annoyed by. There was a massive amount of proof in the pudding. Fans had screenshots of conversations, with one fan even claiming that she sent him lingerie as a joke because, lace is hilarious. Following instant backlash from the world, Colleen decided to post an apology video online where she apologized while playing a ukulele. After this woman was shown being weird to kids, she was like, yes, let's go online and sing about it. In response to one of the cringiest apology videos of all time, her fans resurfaced a video that should have gotten her cancelled a long time ago. A few years ago, she decided it would be an awesome idea during her live shows to sing and dance to Beyonce's Single Lady while painted black. Yeah, there is just a rough clip of Colleen barefooted on stage, flailing and waving about, and no one at that show thought that it was weird. The world's fantastic. She tried to make a comeback a couple of months ago, but failed miserably and is currently hiding in her home, steering clear of anyone who might recognize this terrible woman. Number 9, Ezra Miller. Ezra has been on the acting scene since 2008, appearing in movies like After School and Perks of Being a Wallflower, and they seemed like a normal person until around 2019, when cast and crew started noticing odd behavior from the actor on the set of The Flash. Their attitude shifted from happy to be here to, hey, I'm better than you guys, deal with it. They would often wear capes and robes to set that just weren't part of their costume, and reportedly were filled with scattered thoughts and motivations during filming and off screen. In 2020, a video surfaced of Miller in a violent altercation outside of a bar in Iceland, which would be the first of many videos that proved that Ezra's a little funny. Eventually, this led to Miller breaking and entering into someone's house in Hawaii, and I guess they were just chilly and couldn't find a blanket. I'm not sure what the motivation was there. Miller went on the run from Hawaiian authorities for over a week, supposedly squatting in abandoned buildings and sleeping on the beach, and they were eventually caught and charged with breaking and entering as well as aggravated swatting, as Miller had apparently gotten into a fist fight before breaking into the house. So hey, two birds, one stone. The Flash was released into theaters and it did okay, but it's looking like it's going to be the last time we see Miller on screen anytime soon. Number 8, James Franco. James placed himself in a bubble of public exile when he used his powers as a Hollywood superstar for evil. The man behind iconic characters like Tommy Wiseau, Harry Osborn, so many more, seemed to be on his way to a long, successful career following collaborations with his longtime friend Seth Rogen especially, as well as his turn in more serious roles like in True Story with Jonah Hill. Apparently though, James has a problem keeping his hands to himself, especially when it comes to his acting students, the female ones at least. In 2018, 5 female students at the Studio 4 acting school in North Hollywood told Los Angeles Times that Franco had used his position to exploit them physically. 2 of those women sued Franco, and he was forced to settle outside of court and pay them $2.23 million. And at the time that he was writing and acting and directing for a show called The Deuce on HBO, which was of course allowed to stay on because it was already being cancelled anyway, so nobody cared. Not only did fans ask for everything he was in to be cancelled, like the series, movies, everything, but the public outcry actually forced Seth Rogen to drop his longtime friend, and he told the Times of London that the scandal changed their relationship and he had no plans to collaborate with James anytime in the near future. Not sure if you've noticed, he hasn't been in any movie trailers recently. Number 7, Russell Brand. Russell is a rough man, okay, even before the controversy surrounding his, misdeeds came up this year. This man has been unwelcomed at royal events, awards shows, birthday parties, anything and everything. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm really sorry to be the one to tell you, but Russell Brand is a terrible person. The man, best known as a comedian, a bringer of joy, has secretly been manipulative, aggressive, and at times violent, according to his ex-partners. Following the news that there was going to be a documentary about his life and career on BBC Channel 4, several complaints were filed alleging that Russell had mistreated them during their relationships. The allegation allegations were actually reinforced by Russell's ex Katy Perry, who they dated for quite some time. They got engaged, I'm pretty sure they got married, and in that time she came to learn that Russell was short-tempered, opinionated, and stubborn, qualities that just do not make for a good partner. Russell's career was cancelled, and he's currently awaiting trial, so rightfully so. Number 6, Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors is currently the man behind the purple cape of Kang in the MCU, but unfortunately for Majors, an ex has come forward and alleged that he was physically violent towards her while they were together. Since March of this year, Majors and his team have been adamant that the situation has been blown out of proportions, that there's really nothing to be upset about. In fact, in June, Majors filed his own cross-complaint accusing his accuser. Prosecutors refused these claims and told him that there were no plans to prosecute Grace Jabari, who was the woman who accused him. Majors was dropped from his agency, and so far his role on TV and film is pretty up in the air. This is a spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Loki Season 2. The series ended with Kang no longer being He Who Remains, and it's actually pretty unclear about what's gonna happen next. There are rumors that his role will just be recasted, or that they will instead bring in the character Doctor Doom as the MCU's big bad. Either way, the trial is currently underway, with the information changing every other day. This dude's career is extremely up in the air, and who knows what's gonna happen next. Number 5, Jonah Hill. Jonah was once the funniest guy in town, shifting his efforts to the world of drama and creating a career that allowed him to be in both fields, funny and serious. Unfortunately for any fans of Jonah, some information came out this year that called his character into question. I want to remind everyone, these aren't my opinions on things, okay? These are just things that have happened in the world and are public knowledge, and this is what a lot of people are saying, okay? An ex-girlfriend of Jonah's posted screenshots from past conversations. The conversations ranged from Jonah asking her to tone down the photo she was posting on Instagram to asking her to not do her job. For those of you who don't know, his ex Sarah is a surfing instructor, and Jonah was asking her just not to surf with men while working, and that she wear more than a bikini while she did so. When Sarah released these screenshots, she underlined them, calling Jonah a narcissistic misogynist. And since the messages have been released, there has been a massive online debate as to where Jonah stands in the eyes of the public. Some people feel that canceling him entirely is just a bit much, and that compared to some other scandals from Hollywood, especially from this year alone, Jonah is relatively tame. But others want his name wiped from the face of the earth, never to be heard from again. Give and take, you know? So far, he hasn't been casted in any upcoming movies, he hasn't made any interview appearances, but he might honestly just be taking some time off to relax. Number 4, Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy canceled herself by being the meanest woman on the internet. In May of 2021, an individual by the name of Courtney Stodden, a pageant model and media personality, claimed that fellow model and media star Chrissy Teigen had publicly bullied them online for quite some time. Chrissy was accused of regularly tweeting that she wished Courtney would take a permanent dirt nap, or just straight up end herself. Apparently Chrissy harbored some kind of jealousy towards Courtney's success and decided to take it online instead of, not publicizing her personal issues. Chrissy quickly apologized for the tweets and DMs, which were sent as recently as 2019. In one of her last posts, she tweeted, "I'm sad and mortified at who I used to be. I was an insecure, attention-seeking troll. I am ashamed and completely embarrassed at my behavior, but it's nothing compared to how I made Courtney feel." Chrissy then decided to delete her social medias following a slew of backlash for her actions, eventually leading to her being fired from or leaving any job that she had, both on and off the screen. So next time, just keep your jealousy balled up deep down inside you, like the rest of us do. Maybe you'd still have a career. Number 3, Gina Corano. Gina was slowly building a name for herself in the early 2010s as a woman to be feared on screen. She portrayed characters like Riley Hicks in Fast and Furious, and her most recent role was Cara Dune in Mandalorian, a series that decided to move on without her for the simple fact that she is a little bit misguided on her views towards the world. In 2021, Corano made a series of politically charged social media posts, the most damning of which came when she compared modern American political polarization to camps, Germany, in 1945. Those are different things. To throw a cherry on top of this trashy Sunday, Gina also made her opinions on pronouns known, claiming that hers were beep boop beep. That's nice. Screw you, Gina! Those are mine. All of this combined eventually culminated in the hashtag #FireGinaCarano on Twitter, which began trending fast, forcing Disney as well as her management company to cut their ties. Needless to say, The Mandalorian is doing just fine without her, and the rest of Hollywood is glad that she is out of the picture for now. Number 2, James Corden. Talk shows are pretty simple. You get a few cameras together in a nice studio with a solid band and some furniture, and you got a show. However, most talk shows don't include extravagant bits like street performances and singing in a trailer car thingy. They may be able to put it together and make us believe that it's all good, but this stuff costs a lot of money for people to pay. Crew, cast, catering, and even Corden himself, who apparently made $5 million million a year on his program, The Late Late Show with James Corden. This is a lot considering that the show had a regular budget of $65 million a year, which is still huge, but has consistently only brought back $45 million in revenue. The only way the show could ever be able to stay on was if Corden himself took a $1 million loss and brutal staff reductions. So instead, he opted to just cancel his show entirely, which would be one thing if it was his show, but it was The Late Late Show. It's been around since 1995, first being hosted by Tom Snyder. He took away something he didn't even create, and now instead of only some staff members having to lose their job, everybody lost their job, the show got canceled, and his career got canceled along with it. So far, he hasn't been asked to host any events, won any awards, and he hasn't been casted in any new Cat movies, thank God. Number 1, Kanye West. Hey look, it's canceled McGee! This is my favorite guy. When it comes to like the worst celebrities that ruined their careers, especially ones that are in hiding, it's Kanye West. Now I wrote a small poem a while back that I haven't gotten to say in a while. It's Dr. Seuss inspired, and it's just exactly what Kanye did to get canceled, and you'll get a little reminder, so I hope you enjoy it. Ye was a rapper who lived in LA. He decided to ruin his rep though one day. He typed and he clicked to his little heart's content. He said racist things. He needed to vent. He posted to Twitter to share all his woes. The world said no thank you, it's time that you go. He was canceled and soiled his semi-good name. He chose anger and hate over fortune and fame. His clothes all got burned and his wife left his home. No more sponsor, no more Kim. Kanye is alone. What's worse still, keeping Ye in the dumps? Well, his only friend was arrested. Poor Donald Trump. Those are some celebrities that went into hiding after they got canceled. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Follow our channel for more celebrity goodness each and every day. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.